Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I'll present my assignment titled Computer Hardware, Basic Component, History, and Future Trend. Next, the first is Introduction. In the digital era, in digital age like right now, the computer are integral to daily life, from personal use like me or professional application. At the core of every computer system lies its hardware, the tangible part that's enable functionality. And then hardware includes everything, every part from a processor to storage device that working in the tandem to process data and execute tasks. Understanding hardware is essential for anyone who's studying information technology, as it forms foundation upon which software operates. And this page explore hardware in detail and drawing from historical development to future innovation. Okay, for the second is evolution of computer hardware. The computer has undergone several changes in their development, like the first generation of computer at 1940s until 1950s. They are use vacuum tube as basic component for memory and circuitry. Machines like ENIAC at 1945 were massive, use more bigger power, and then they are generated excessive high. They were primarily used for calculating in military and scientific application. Then advantages included pioneering automation, but disadvantages in cost, size, and unreliability. Then, for the second generation, at 1950s until 1960s, the transistor replaced the vacuum tubes, making the computer more faster, more smaller, and then more reliable. Example include IBM 1401. And then in this era, introduce the magnetic core memory and high level of programming languages. And the last, the power decrease, the power consume decrease, but for the system were still expensive for personal use. Then the third generation of computer at 1960s until 1970s. In this era, integrated circuit and miniaturized component leading to a smaller computer. Then multi-programming and time sharing become possible. Cost drop, and then enable broader adoption in business. And then the fourth generation of computer at 1970s until 1980s. In this era, microprocessor such as Intel 4004 changed hardware by integrated CPU function on single chip. Then the personal computer like Apple II and IBM PC emerged. And then the last generation of computer and beyond, the technology in this era focus on AI and then parallel processing and supercomputer. The hardware The modern hardware include multi-core processor and then SSD and GPU. And then the computer hardware has 5 types. The first one is input devices. These devices allow users to enter data. And the second is output device. These devices display or produce the result. The third, processing devices. Core components such as the CPU and GPU handle calculation. The CPU execute instruction while the GPU specializes in graphics. And the fourth, storage devices. For data storage, the primary is RAM and secondary HDD and SSD. The last one is communication devices for enable connectivity. Then the computer have 5 main components. The first one is Central Processing Unit or CPU, the brain of computer for processing instruction. Modern CPU like Intel Core i9 have multiple core for multitasking. And the second, Random Access Memory or RAM, temporary storage for active data, and he have 2 types is DDR4 and DDR5. More RAM improve performance. Disadvantages, losses data without power. And the third one, storage devices, HDD and SDD. HDD use spinning disk for large chip storage, and SDD use flash memory for speed. And the fourth is motherboard, the backbone connecting all components via buses and slot, include chipset for communication. And the last one is graphic processing unit or GPU for handle visual rendering, essential for gaming and video editing. Then, how computer hardware works? First, the input process output cycle. Data enters through input devices is processed in the CPU or RAM and is output through the monitor or printer. Then, integration with software. Hardware executes software instruction, for example, operating system such as Windows Managed Resources. Then, data flow and processing binary data flow through the bus. Clock speed determines the processing rate. Congestion occurs if components are incompatible. And then we have advantages and disadvantages of computer hardware. The first, I will read the advantages of hardware. The first one is tangible and upgradable, and then durable with proper maintenance, and then enable high-speed computation, then support multitasking and connectivity, and the last one is cost-effective over time due to more slow. And then disadvantages. The first one is prone to physical damage like drops or overheating, and the second one is high initial cost for advanced component, then requires power and generates heat or waste, then obsolescence due to rapid advancement. The last one is environmental impact from US. Then future trend in computer hardware. Number one is quantum computing. Is it using qubits for exponential speed in solving complex problems, for example like Google Skymore. Number two, AI integrated hardware. Chips like Apple's neural engine for AI on devices, improving efficiency on smartphone. Number three, sustainable and energy efficient design. Low power processor and recycle materials to reduce carbon footprint. And the last one is miniaturization and wearable devices. Is in nanotechnology for smaller devices. Okay, the last one is conclusion. Computer hardware is psycho foundation of computing. evolving from large, heavy vacuum tubes to sleek microprocessor. Understanding its types, component, and operation is essential in today's technology-driven world. While offering speed and ease of upgrade, hardware faces challenges such as cost and sustainability. Future trends promise revolutionary change through quantum integration and artificial intelligence. And that's all for me. Thank you for your attention.